Hi, in this demo we're going to begin talking about table view controllers. Table view controllers are embedded inside navigation controllers typically because as we tap a cell in a table view, we usually want to show a new view controller showing some detail about that cell or something like to that effect. But what we're going to do is create a new Xcode project, and in this demo I'm just going to show you how to create a new table view based application. There is no template for a table view based application in the iOS applications templates, so we're going to start with a single view application that uses a storyboard. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll say use storyboards, and then the product name we'll just call it table view. It'll ask us where to save our product, and we'll also use automatic reference counting. And then we'll click Next, and we'll save it. We'll just go ahead and save it. I prepared a table view folder here, so we'll just save it there. And create. And this will be in Demo 1, the Demo 1 folder. So the first thing we see is that our storyboard contains a single view controller. Now, this is just a UI view controller instance, and it's pointed to this view controller class here. Well, we want a navigation controller instance in which to display our table view. So the very first thing we're going to do is delete this view controller instance. So that's deleted. And then we'll also delete this class. And that will be, we'll just delete the class and then move to trash. So now we have an empty storyboard. The next thing we'll do is we're going to drag a navigation controller. I know we're talking about table view controllers, but the navigation controller template comes with a table view controller, and we can see that right here. So we'll drag that to the interface builder interface, and now we have a navigation controller instance, and it has an embedded table view with it. And if we ran this right now, we would get a blank table view. So let's go ahead and do that now, and we'll see that. We see that we have one warning, and that has to do with giving a cell an identifier, and that's what we're going to talk about here in just a second. But I wanted to run this to show you that this will run. It'll just give us a blank table view. The table view is going to need a backing store to carry its the rows in the table view and the sections and that kind of information. And we will subclass UI table view controller and make it the table view's custom class. So here we have this table view, and we can see that it is already titled for us root view controller. And there's this thing called a prototype cell, and each prototype cell is being reproduced in the table view one after the other. So this is our basic table view app. So now the next step is to add a new class. So we'll go New File, Objective-C Class, we'll click Next, and we want this to be a subclass of UI Table View Controller, and we'll call it Table View Controller. And click Next, and we'll save it in our bundle by clicking Create. And now we have a table view controller which has a bunch of delegate methods that refer to table views, number of sections in table view, number of rows in section, and so forth. And so now we have a table view controller. We need to bind that table view controller, which is here, this table view controller, to that new class. So rather than the custom class being UI table view controller, we will make it be table view controller. So we're almost done. Now, in our table view controller class, there is a method called cell for row at index path. The cell for row at index path gets a reusable cell, and it gives an identifier of cell. And we'll be talking about this throughout the unit, but the important thing to know to do at this point is to make this identifier in the storyboard for our prototype cell. So in the main storyboard, we'll select that prototype cell and go to the attribute inspector, and it says identifier, and we can just type in that place cell. Now that silences one of our 3 warnings. The other 3 warnings, or the other 2 warnings, have to do with the fact that these are incomplete method implementations for a number of sections in table view and a number of rows in section. So these warnings are coming from these pragma directives or warning directives that actually throw out those warnings for us. Very good. And we will fix that in upcoming sections within the unit. Thank you very much.